Hey, what's going on, guys? TheH0RR0Man back with day 3 of my challenge, and it's time to get some tissues because today's theme is all about jerking. So be honest, how many of my dirty-minded friends thought today's theme had something to do with nudity? Because if you thought that, you're wrong. Sorry, but it's not the nudity theme yet. Today's theme is about jerking, however, and you might need tissues because I'm looking for tear-jerking scenes. We all have them, guys. I don't care how tough you think you are, how macho, how strong. There has to be scenes from movies or TV shows that at least sprung a few tears from your eyes. You know, at least got those eyes a little watery. You know, got you a little choked up. I know there's at least one out there, so don't try to lie and say, you know, you never really get emotional when it comes to movies or TV shows, because, you know, I'm not a crier myself, but I've definitely been choked up, you know, many times watching movies and TV shows. You know, because I really get into it. I get into the storylines, I get into the characters, and of course there have been plenty of moments where, you know, I really felt for them. So again, for day 3, I'm looking for tear-jerking moments, scenes from movies or TV shows that brought a tear to your eye. Now, they don't necessarily have to be sad scenes. You know, they could be really happy moments where, for some reason, it really got to you and you got a little teary-eyed or choked up or whatever. But just something that's, you know, a very emotional scene that you feel like sharing with the rest of us. There are so many different options for this theme that I'm going to choose 2 scenes from TV shows as well as 2 scenes from movies. My first TV pick is a show that I've mentioned before, and I actually used it as a choice in my last challenge, but I had to do it again for this topic, and it is 6 Feet Under. Now again, I'm showing the complete 5th season because I have to go back to that final montage in the series finale, the last 8 minutes in the entire series. It is the most powerful 8 minutes in television I've ever seen. Just absolutely brilliant. It's the most powerful thing you will ever witness, I assure you. It is absolutely amazing. If you have not seen this show, you must watch it from the beginning, watch it all the way through, and just absolutely witness the magic that is that final montage. Those final 8 minutes are just so powerful and so touching. It literally just rips your insides out. I mean, you feel like a blubbering mess after watching it. I don't care how tough you are, this will definitely get you. It will definitely make you very emotional. You know, maybe you won't cry, but you'll definitely feel something, because this final 8 minutes is just absolutely brilliant filmmaking. It really is. And, you know, I would put it up against any finale in any movie and any TV show, because that's how amazing I think it is. To those of you who have seen the show, I'm sure you would agree with me. And I know I'm not the only one who thinks that, because I've been on message boards and I've seen people talk about how amazing the finale is and how, you know, it will never be beaten, how it's the greatest thing ever. And, you know, I definitely agree. I mean, there is not even an ending that comes close. There is no finale that comes close to this for me. You know, I mentioned in a past video that The Sopranos is probably my second favorite series finale, and while that is amazing itself, it is still nowhere near the brilliance of the 6 Feet Under final montage. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So that's my scene for my first TV show pick, the final 8 minutes of 6 Feet Under. Totally crushing. As I said, it's so powerful. You get so emotional after, and it really sticks with you for days after. I'm going to try to talk about these movie scenes fairly quickly. I don't want this video to get too long, because after all, you guys are supposed to be the ones posting the video responses. So first, I have to mention it, Edward Scissorhands. You knew it was coming. It's my favorite film of all time, and there are just so many scenes in this movie that would be perfect for this theme. However, I'm only going to mention one, and the scene I'm going to talk about is when Edward and Kim are saying their goodbyes. They're up in Edward's mansion, and, you know, they're hugging, and she whispers in his ear, "I love you." And the look on his face is just absolutely priceless. You know, he closes his eyes, and you just get this rush of emotions. I mean, I've said before, I think this was Johnny Depp's greatest role, and I think it was definitely, you know, the most well-acted role in cinema, in movie history. Just absolutely amazing job by Johnny Depp, and that face alone is just priceless. You know, he says so much with just that face, just the way he closes his eyes. I mean, it sounds silly, but if you've seen the movie, I'm sure a lot of you would agree. You know, she says "I love you" to him, she whispers it in his ear, and the way he closes his eyes and the face he makes, it was just as if That's all he needed. You know, after all this time, like, he was satisfied with saying goodbye, even though he didn't want to, because he knew that, you know, someone loved him, that Kim loved him back. I mean, because he truly loved her, and it's almost like through the whole movie that's all he was waiting for was just to be loved by somebody else after, you know, losing his father, the inventor, you know? So, anyway, I've talked about this movie many times, so I don't want to talk any more about it, but I had to mention it for this video. My final pick is from My Girl. Very, very sad movie. I remember my mother watching this movie when I was younger and bawling her eyes out. This is one of the saddest movies she's ever seen, as she claims. Again, there are a lot of scenes I could have gone with this. Of course, if you guys have seen the movie, you know, Thomas J, played by Macaulay Culkin, dies, sadly, in the movie. Sorry if you guys haven't seen the movie. I guess that was a spoiler, but you know what? If you haven't seen the movie by now, I mean, what are you waiting for? Just go check it out. But anyway, you know, Thomas J dies, and there's this scene when Vada's at the, you know, at the wake, and she's kind of going nuts because he doesn't have his glasses on, and that's a very sad scene. But the specific scene I want to mention is at the end when Thomas J's mother sees Vada, you know, outside the restaurant, and she returns Vada's mood ring, which is why Thomas J went back into the woods in the first place and got stung by the bees, which killed him. You know, he was going back to find her mood ring, which he lost. And earlier in the movie, Vada tells Thomas J that, you know, her mood ring was always black because he puts her in a bad mood. Because he says, he asks her, you know, it's supposed to be a mood ring, how come it's always black? She says, because you put me in a bad mood. So, the end, you know, obviously Thomas J is dead now, and, you know, the mother sees Vada at the restaurant, and they meet each other in the street, and she tells her she wants to return the mood ring, and she hands it to Vada, and sure enough, the mood ring is blue. And I don't know, it's just something about that scene that's just very chilling. You know, I don't know, it's as if, you know, through the whole movie, the mood ring really was black when he was around, and now he's gone, and it's changed colors. It's just a chilling scene, very, very sad, and just definitely chokes me up. So yeah, I've rambled on long enough, guys. You know what I'm looking for now. It's tissue time. Grab the tissues, talk about some tear-jerking moments, post your video responses, and thanks for watching.